Thank you for buckling into CSM Radio, the How Edition. I'm Jake Howorth. The sports world is a happening place, especially today. Good morning, I'm Jake Howorth. It only took 73 years for Leaf rookies to break records. Early in the first, down 1-0 against the New Jersey Devils, Toronto on the power play. All eyes were on Penguin star Sidney Crosby last night. The 29-year-old was 1 point away from being the 86th player to reach 1,000 points. He would also be the 12th fastest to accomplish this feat. 6 minutes and 28 seconds into the game, already up 1-0 against the Winnipeg Jets, Crosby created headlines the next day.
They just know how to move the basketball so well and so fundamentally coached. Burke drive, finger roll, and the point back slam! Dinkins, oh my lord!
Coming up on the War Room Chamber, how far can the Toronto Maple Leafs go if they do make the playoffs? Who should start the 3 spot for the Toronto Raptors? And rapid fire, bang, 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 has a couple interesting topics. So buckle up because the War Room Chamber is coming at you live. Some delays from the 404 merging to the Don Valley, but after that, it's smooth sailing the rest of the way. Scheduled closure on the TTC Line 1 from Shepherd West to St. George Station this weekend. Shuttle buses will be running throughout the closure until Monday. After a pair of summer-like days, the temperature is heading back to spring this long weekend. Right now, it's a mix of sun and clouds with a temperature high of 16. Two-time MVP, you make the finals back-to-back seasons. The only reasons why he's struggling now, still averaging though over 25 points this season, is because his bench is gone because of Kevin Durant. Harrison Barnes, Spates, Azili, Barbosa, Rush, all gone. The team three-point percentage has dropped from 42% all the way down to 38%. Of course you give him the max dollars. The Habs got demolished 7-1 to the Wild. Carey Price has a save percentage of .887 in his last 11 starts. Even though Ottawa is in the playoffs, they're averaging just under 16,000 fans, the worst in 20 years. The Sens still bounced the Penguins 4-1. Leon Draisaitl spoiled Taylor Hall's return to Edmonton. He put up 3 points, including the OT winner. Oilers iced the Devils 3-2.
Dinkins with a nice big move and the slam on Chama!
Toronto fighter fires controlled a massive blaze at a Cherry Street recycling plant. The fire broke out around 1 a.m. at a GFL solid waste transfer station near Paulson Pier on Thursday. There were as many as 42 fire trucks and 100 personnel taken on the huge task, but only a dozen trucks were needed by 8:30. The Blue Jays' struggles continued in a doubleheader at St. Louis. Toronto led 4-0 through 6.5 innings in Game 1, but blew it. Cardinals' Matt Carpenter smashed a walk-off grand slam in the 11th to take it 8-4. Toronto used 6 relievers in the contest, which left them short-handed in Game 2. They ultimately lost 6-4. The Jays have the MLB's worst 6-16 record. Only 3 teams in league history that lost 16 or more games in April made the postseason. From St. Louis, Jake Howorth, CSM Radio. Last Saturday in Ottawa, Jean-Gabriel Pageau scored 4 goals, including the double overtime winner in Game 2. A week later in Canada's capital, Ottawa's Derek Brassard's baseball swing hit 3 Rangers before sliding in late in the third to force overtime. Kyle Turris netted the winner to hand the Sens the 5-4 win and the 3-2 series lead. Head coach Guy Boucher credits his team's pushback.
It's the mental side that we needed to improve as a group. And there's no magic potion. It's a habit, and you get that because you've done it many times in a row and you believe in it.
All of the Sens' victories this postseason have been decided by only 1 goal. On Tuesday in New York, Ottawa has a chance to advance to the first conference final since 2007. From Ottawa, Jake Howorth, CSM Radio. Problem with the Toronto Blue Jays, they have nothing to offer. They pretty much gave away their entire farm system for good reasons. They made the playoffs during Alex Anthopoulos' last tenure. But if you have no pieces to give away, you're pretty much stuck with this squad. But that's all the time we have for CSM Radio. Thank you to all the callers. Jake Howorth, Jordan Tamiyama, Anthony Messina, and we're going to go bye-bye. We'll be back next week for more CSM Radio.